Hello, I'm Melinda Smith. I'm the superintendent here in Thompson, and welcome to another segment of Superintendent Spotlight. Today we're going to talk about the revised program of study here at Turtle Rock Memorial High School, and in particular focusing on 6 career pathways that we have established here for the implementation starting next year of our freshmen that will be coming into our school. I'm here today. Joined with me is Charles Poirier, who has been helping us with developing this program of study, Principal Megan Baker, our guidance counselor Lisa Canny, and our curriculum director Ian Poulin. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All of this has been generated by students and student interest. And I think it's important that one of the things that we offer is a student-centered approach to learning, and these pathways are developed by students with student interest, and as their interests change, our pathways will be able to change with them. And I think that is one of the things that is unique to Thompson and what we can offer now.
Well, along those lines, I found it very interesting in looking at surveys, because we surveyed the older students in middle school to find out what their career interests were, and by and large they've selected areas where there are jobs. So it's not just a question of, oh, I like this. It's a question of, will I have employment in this area? And I think that's extremely important in this day and age. Always is, but it was interesting to see they had that maturity, and so we went with that as well. We surveyed students from grades 5 to 11 with a little bit of selection, and whether or not the questions we were asking was particular to that grade or not. And what we were looking for was interest in certain courses, what student interest was there for additional courses to what our curriculum currently offers. We also were looking to see what their career interests would be as we were dealing with the older students, to see where their career interests might lie. And then we tabulated all those results, and we found some pretty interesting things. There were areas that students were much more interested in pursuing, both for academic credit, and college credit possibly, and as career interests. What we found was this: high interest areas for possible career programs included information technology, health sciences, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, education and training, and the arts. And so based on that, we looked at the possibility, Mr. Joyce and I looked at the possibility of what we could do with what existing courses and resources we have, and what additional courses we would be able to provide, so that students would have an opportunity to get academic credit in pursuit of those career clusters.
Thank you.
We all know that high school goes fast, and the most information, the guidance that we can provide our students as they're entering into high school to help them maximize their career, educational career, any information that we can give to them is fantastic. So we had started out working last year to create these pathways that would provide guidance as to what courses would be the best courses our students would take. So with a real strong communications, manufacturing, and business already in place here at Turtle Rock, we went ahead and we looked at, okay, what should they be taking freshman year? What should they be taking sequentially in order to get the most out of their educational experience? So we ended up reestablishing with these 6 pathways our manufacturing. We have our business and finance, and then new to us based on the survey, we have in the CTE, the Career and Technology Plan, communication, music, performing, and the visual arts, computer science and information technology, the health science, as we heard Mr. Poirier refer to, definitely, and also, too, based on their request, the law and public safety. So by being able to map out for our students what they should be looking at each year as they're selecting their courses to take, we've identified sequences. So if they're interested in going into law, they should start with this course, that course, and then move through. What's really nice is, because this is a living document, based on the student actual enrollment, we can now look forward and say, all right, in 2 years, we need to be offering this class because we have students that are interested. So it's giving us a professional direction as well on the educator level, as well as a clear pathway for our students.
And there are some challenges ahead, obviously developing those new courses, putting those resources in place, but we believe that we have a pretty good plan on how to implement that. But first we have to talk about the students.
Typically, when we meet with the freshman class, we'll meet as a whole to talk about the courses that are offered at Turtle Lot. And sharing these programs with them is going to be helpful in guiding those conversations with the families and with the students. Typically, I'll sit down with a freshman one-on-one when they come in September, and we talk about a 4-year plan. That's always been the case, and I'm pleased to say that students will get a better understanding of what's required to graduate, what they need to do, and what I like about this is it's going to be a little bit easier to have that conversation of career path. If I'm interested in the sciences or the technology, this is the path that I would take. What I do with the students is we fill this 4-year plan out in pencil. It is a live, living document that the students can edit as they go along, and they really get a better understanding of what's necessary to graduate. But not only necessary to graduate, but also, I like the fact that we can add in the AP classes and the college credit classes that are offered here at Turtle Lot, and then they can see better how that transitions to the 4-year college or their career path that they're interested in.
Yeah, and our ultimate goal is to hopefully reduce the number of courses they have to take when they actually get into college, which would be nice, and it can also be a financial savings.
And Lisa actually starts her work with the students while they're in 8th grade. Every year, Lisa will go down and introduce the program of studies. For the last year, or maybe the last 2 years, I've gone down as part of that process as well and shared and answered some questions about life at Turtle Lot as well. But this year, I think it's going to be even different as we, are able to highlight these pathways and have even these students thinking in 8th grade what they're going to be most excited about, and I think that's going to really attract a lot of those students to making sure that this is where they call home for the next 4 years.
And I think it's your goal to have an information evening for parents to go over the program of studies and the pathways and even the advanced placement opportunities that are going to be available.
My role certainly will be helping to develop the courses and the curriculum associated with each of those courses. In some cases, it's going to be looking at courses that we already offer and maybe just tweaking them a little bit and renaming them with the additional curriculum items and doing it simply like that. Other courses we're going to have to build from scratch. One of the ones that I'm kind of excited about is in the information technology pathway, where we are going to develop some coursework that is associated with certification exams, so that a student, even at age 16 or 17, could be certified to be a level 1 technician and get a job even while they're in high school working at Best Buy or Staples as a technician, or any other local place where they can do that. And that's going to give them real work experience and opportunities to really test and see, yes, this is what I'm interested in, and building those resumes so that when our kids leave Turtle Lot, they've got a lot on their resume to start with. And so,
Set some above.
And my excitement for that is just going to motivate me certainly to make sure those courses are ready and for students to start.
And it's funny that you talk about the resume, because it's one of the things that I often will share with parents of incoming students, that in 9th grade we're building their college application. We start that. We begin that process and that conversation with the student with putting things down on an activity sheet and developing that resume that will be used in their college application process. So.
Yeah, and developing these pathways is nothing new at Turtle Lot Memorial. Memorial High School. What's new about it is we're just creating these visual maps and pathways. And hopefully at the end, students will get a special certification and a designation on their transcript indicating that they've completed that pathway. So we're pretty excited about that. And we want to tell folks out there that we'll soon be out there doing presentations to families. And we're hoping that you come out, even if you're not just an 8th grade or 9th grade parent. If you are a middle school parent, come on out and see the opportunities that are going to be available here at Turtle Memorial High School over the next 4 years. Thank you.